The Cylon Raiders of the Second Cylon War represent a drastic change from the bulky Centurion-piloted fighters of the First Cylon Rebellion. For their modernization of the Raider template, the Cylons abandoned the concept of manned fighters in favor of spaceborne biomechanoids, each of which possessed a downloadable consciousness, less intelligent than even that of a Centurion, but more than sufficient to adapt to colonial tactics across the course of numerous battles and resurrections. At a length of 8.94 meters, the modern Cylon Raider partially maintains the flying wing aesthetic of its predecessor, but streamlines the design into a pincer-shaped structure, which presents far smaller forward and aft profiles than the Raiders of the First Cylon War. Given their biomechanical nature, these Raiders do not present any manner of cockpit or crew compartment, instead featuring a single head module whose interior is pressurized to provide the oxygen-nitrogen atmosphere demanded by the fighter's organic components. At the front of the head, beneath a retractable blast shield, is the Raider's iconic digital eye, used not only as an external sensor, but also as a transmitter for use in electronic warfare. As its primary armament, the Raider carries a pair of underslung kinetic energy weapons, known colloquially as KEWs. These cannons are able to easily dispatch colonial Vipers and Raptors when properly employed, and can also be used to limited effect when strafing larger vessels. In addition to its short-range cannons, the Raider is equipped with a pair of missile launch tubes, compatible with both aspect-seeking missiles and high-yield nuclear warheads. The biosynthetic nature of Cylon Raiders often leads the fighters to use more simplistic tactics in combat, frequently allowing skilled colonial pilots to score numerous kills, even when piloting highly outdated spacecraft. Cylon fleets usually mitigate this concern by simply deploying vast numbers of Raiders to destroy the enemy with overwhelming force, but on rare occasions, the specific experiences of a single Raider will develop the creature into a lethal and highly adaptable dogfighter, honed by countless victories and defeats into an extremely dangerous opponent. One serious advantage the Cylon Raider holds over its colonial counterpart is the fighter's onboard FTL drive. While the installation of an FTL unit on a ship of the Raider's size is an impressive enough feat in of itself, the ship is enhanced even further by the incredible range of the small device, allowing the fighter to travel far greater distances than even a colonial Battlestar can reach in a single jump. In battle, the Cylons place a greater emphasis on the use of strike craft than even the colonials, with each of their base stars carrying as many as 792 Raiders. Unlike colonial warships, Cylon base stars carry no ballistic weaponry, instead serving primarily as fighter carriers and deployable missile platforms, a strategy which often places the burden of victory or defeat solely on the performance of the Cylon Raiders. The advantage of fighter-mounted FTL drives is again seen when Raiders are called upon to perform reconnaissance ahead of a Cylon fleet, as their intelligence on hostile positions ensures that base stars are never jumped into close quarters combat, but rather deployed on the edge of the engagement zone, where their fighters and missiles can be used most effectively. Thank you for watching Spacedock. Please remember to like, subscribe and share for more science fiction spacecraft summaries. If you enjoy the channel, why not consider pledging your support on Patreon? For just $1 a month, you'll be able to access the Spacedock schedule to see what's coming up.